The core idea of this work is that heroism is not a rare trait reserved for the extraordinary, but a latent potential within every person, waiting to be activated through deliberate choice and consistent practice. It argues that the most meaningful form of heroism is the private victory, the daily commitment to becoming the best version of oneself. This journey begins with a fundamental decision to stop waiting for the perfect moment and to start acting now, embracing the philosophy that delayed action is a betrayal of one's own potential. The path is built not on grand, single gestures, but on the cumulative power of small, daily shifts in thinking and behavior. Transformation starts with mastering your internal narrative. The transition from a passive victim of circumstances to an active architect of your life requires 5 key mental shifts. First, replace the language of can't with the conviction of can, using daily affirmations to set a positive tone. Second, move from making excuses to delivering tangible results, understanding that external opinions, including rejection, are not determinants of your worth or capability. Third, use past hardships and failures not as chains but as fuel for future growth. Fourth, distinguish between mere business and genuine productivity, focusing your energy on deep work that hones your craft. Finally, cultivate a spirit of generosity, recognizing that a life of impact is built on giving and enriching others. Creating an environment conducive to growth is equally critical. Your personal ecosystem, the people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, and the physical spaces you inhabit, profoundly influences your mindset. The principle is simple. Positive input yields positive output. This extends to a holistic care for your physical vessel, described as a trinity of radiant vitality. This trinity consists of consistent, vigorous exercise to sharpen the mind and body, intelligent, supplemented nutrition to fuel peak performance, and intentional, scheduled recovery. True productivity for the modern knowledge worker isn't about grinding endlessly, but about cycling between periods of intense, focused work and deliberate renewal, whether through travel, nature, or simple quiet. To safeguard your cognitive resources, you must protect your focus. The human capacity for deep attention is finite and fragile, easily depleted by the constant switching of tasks, a phenomenon where mental residue from one activity bleeds into the next. The key is to design your days to minimize interruptions and to batch similar tasks. Practical strategies include rising early to dedicate the first hours to your most important personal development work, creating distraction-free zones, and even periodically changing your physical workspace to stimulate creativity and break routine. The goal is to systematically eliminate energy drains and decision fatigue, freeing up your mental bandwidth for creative and heroic work. Ultimately, this journey inward has an outward purpose. The final stage of becoming an everyday hero is the integration of your developed skills and fortified character with a deeper sense of purpose. When your actions are aligned with your core values and a desire to contribute, your personal mastery transcends self-interest. Your heroism then becomes a quiet force for good in your community and the world. The Manifesto concludes that by winning the private victory over your own limitations, you earn the capacity to contribute to a public victory, leaving a legacy defined not by fame, but by integrity, service, and a life fully realized. The call is to start today, to embrace the work, and to remember that the greatest adventure is the one of becoming who you are truly meant to be.